What's going on, boys? It's Daddy Big here, and I want to welcome you back to the series where I talk about exploring the world. And for the fifth week in a row, I am going to talk about my cruise. Yeah, I really grew as a person that much from that one experience. But in all seriousness, I've always been a homebody, right? And I've always loved the comfort of home, and to me, there is almost nothing better than being at home. You know, in my own bedroom, I get to wear my pajamas and sit at the desk I'm at right now in low lighting in a quiet environment. I have my CD player and all my CDs, my piano, my Jigglypuff plush, all of these things right here that make me so happy. And it's just all in one place. And my room is, especially over the past few years when I've spent more time at my desk, this has become my comfort zone, And being apart from it for too long, not having enough time in my comfort zone, that's not good for me. And I've always kind of been the type of person that would rather spend a spring break at home than going somewhere. But especially in the past, I would get really anxious being away from home when I was a lot younger. I remember one time we went to Disney World when I was like, hell, I don't know, 14. I have no idea. But I was I started crying when we were in the happiest place on earth, because I was worried that I wasn't being productive enough. And, that was kind of a different story. That was a time in life when I had a much less healthy relationship with myself. At that time, I was pretty depressed, not doing great. But, all that aside, it's a simple matter of being at home makes me deeply happy. And, yeah. I've always been the kind of person that's thought like that hasn't really cared for vacation or exploring the world. But something about all of that changed for me. And we went on this cruise, right? And I've told all the stories already, meeting new people, going on hilariously hilarious like side quests, things that went just amusingly wrong for me and my family. And just the absolute gorgeous, like just breathtaking moments of looking at the sea and seeing the stars and being in the water and seeing my first time being in a new country. All of these things, something changed for me. Something changed. And before I even got on the ship, I told my parents, I was like, to be honest, I think that this trip has changed me. I think that I want to explore more. And I think it's just as I'm maturing more, truly becoming a man, perhaps, I'm getting to this point where, I'm able to handle these situations better, first of all, but also just, I've gained this desire, this desire to see things now, No longer is a family trip a death sentence for me, something to be nervous or anxious about. I'm now honestly looking forward immensely to the next time I can go on one of these adventures with my loved ones, And just as an example, Lucas, you've heard him on the podcast, my favorite German boy. He's one of my best friends of all time, He visits Germany pretty often, and at some point in the next few years, he threw out the idea that just the two of us could go to Germany together. He knows his way around. He can speak to those people. I couldn't. I'd have to learn a little bit. I would want to learn a little bit of basic stuff before I went to a country like that. But at first, besides my mother being a complete mess over the thought of me going to an airport by myself with another one of my friends, I honestly didn't even really want to do it. Because, going to Germany for like 2 weeks would be a huge encounter. Being away from home for that long makes me anxious to think about. But I'm finally at a point in my life now where I want to, and I guess this ties in with what I was talking about last week with life being too short. I'm at a point now where going to Germany doesn't scare me anymore, you know? It's a matter of I have the opportunity to go to Germany. And why would anyone in their right mind not take that, you know? I want to have these experiences. And I guess, again, this really does come back to life being too short, is I want to step outside of my comfort zone and experience things, you know? I want to meet those new people. I want to, you know? Like, who cares if the flight's 14 hours or if I'll be away from home for that long? All of that doesn't matter because I'll get to experience new things. You know, my girlfriend, she wants to travel the world. And for the longest time, I thought that maybe that would be a sticking point, that I wouldn't want to go on these big adventures with her. But, you know, finally, I'm at a point now where I don't know where it came from, I gotta be honest. But I have this desire to explore the world and see new things. And I'm really excited about that. Because, yeah, I haven't traveled much in the last few years. But honestly, I think now I'm going to be the person in my family to encourage us to do these things. Because this trip, even though it went hilariously wrong at some times, was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I want that again. Yes, I was very eager to get home, and being home now as of recording is truly wonderful. Truly made me appreciate it even more than ever. But at the same time, I want to get out. I want to get out more and stop being so sheltered and learn more about the world I live in, you know? So, I think it's just a matter of maturity in a way, but yeah, I'm really excited in the future to explore new things. And finally, I've let go of my fears of what could go wrong and my anxiety, and I've just embraced exploration. And yeah, I'm excited to have many more stories to tell. I mean, I literally got 5 videos out of this trip, so it must have been good for something. But on that note, let me know down below your thoughts on traveling and experiencing new things, and if you ever had a time in your life where things made sense for you like they're making sense for me right now in terms of traveling. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one.